more clarity and more time for the things that really matters, because I think it's really important to have the clarity to understand the direction where you are going. So I help my clients to reach their health and well-being goals. That may sound really a huge thing, a hard one, but there are always the small baby steps you can take to get forward to your dreams, to have a healthier lifestyle and to reach your well-being goals. So my name is Aiga. I'm a morning coach, and today in this live training we will talk about how mornings can help you to create more time, more clarity, what will help you not just in your morning but also to reach your health and well-being goals. And when I start this conversation about mornings with moms, with working moms, with determined moms, they are like, mornings are not the subject right now for me. I love my sleep so much, I don't want to get out of my bed even a minute earlier. And I love to do all my big things in the evening time when my kids are asleep. Have you ever heard of the night owls, right? And the excuses go on and on, but actually when we have this deeper conversation, there are always some things which are not met, the goals which are not reached, and that makes them feel not enough, not good enough. They are all overwhelmed and stressed during their day. So the difference is how you start your day. That makes a difference to you. And as famously the quotes, like a lot of quotes are saying, if you are not changing anything in your life, you can't have changes in your life. So if you are doing all the time the things you are doing every day, then what changes are you waiting for? If you are not changing the way you do, what are you waiting for? Like, what change do you want to accomplish? So in my personal experience and in my client's experience, at first the big picture sounds so huge, so time-consuming and actually not possible to do, like to reach your health and well-being goals. That's a big picture. But there are always those small steps you can start with, and I found out that morning time, like the morning routine you are having, that really means a lot, and that's quite easy to start. So today I will share 3 things you can start with, and it doesn't mean that you need to wake up 2 hours earlier or do some other activities in your morning. Before you do some changes, like in the real life, you need to understand some things. Do you actually need it? What is your schedule and what change are you waiting for? So the first step, is to understand what you really want. And there are, like, human brains are thinking, like, if you ask someone, what do you want? Like, that's a hard question to answer, but I'm pretty sure that we all know the things we don't want to have or we don't want to do. So the first step to move forward in your morning routine to reach other goals is to understand what you don't want to experience in your mornings. What are those things which are not serving you anymore? And putting down a list of the things you don't want to do, it's quite easier than to understand what you actually want, and it will come later. So the first step, put down a list of not to do like what you don't want to do, what you don't want to have in your morning. So for example, I don't want to feel tired, I don't want to be in a hurry, I don't want to yell, and I don't want to press my snooze button 10 times. So there are a lot of things you don't want to have in your morning, so write them down. That's the first step. So, and the second step, when you got the list is clear, now you are sure that what you don't want to, you can move forward. And it's about your values. What actually are those things you want to have in your morning? What are your values? How do you want to show up for yourself and for your family? So write like 3 to 5 words. What are those values? Like, how would you describe your mornings? Like, what is, like, how would you like to show up? Yeah, how would you like to show up for yourself? So, for example, so I wrote 4 words. I want to be in balance, in flow, energized, loving to myself, to my family. So, and write them down and try to make them 3 to 5 words, not more. For the first time you can write like 50 words, and then decide like which are the most important, because I don't want that you get overwhelmed and the words are just like around you and you actually don't understand at the end what are your values then. So write the values down. So that's the second step. The third step is to give a permission to yourself, because as a determined moms, we always, I think quite a lot, we give permission to others. But this time think about yourself, give yourself a permission of how you want to feel. And it could be said in one sentence, longer, shorter text, just how your permission looks like, and be really specific. Like, I give myself permission to wake up before my family. I allow myself to have the time for myself, to sit in a cozy place and enjoy my cup of tea. And you can write it down like in more detail, like what kind of chair, how do you feel sitting in the chair, what kind of tea you are drinking. Just imagine the place, the things you are doing, and you are giving permission to yourself to have it without no disappointment or guilt, a feeling of guilt that you are spending this time for yourself. So 3 steps, right? So the first one to start with is to write a list what you don't want to have. Get rid all of those things which are not serving you anymore. So that's the first one. The second one is to ask yourself about the values you want. You see yourself, you see your morning, what values, what feelings you want to enjoy. So that's the second. Talk about your feelings, emotions, your values. And the third, give yourself permission to enjoy that all. Write it down. Write down the permission slip for yourself, for your morning. And really concentrate on your morning time, because that's a small part of your day. But if you continue to grow in your mornings, your day will also change, and at the end you can reach your health and well-being goals, the big picture. But start like really with the simple, easy steps. Take morning, start with the first part, to describe what you don't want to have in your morning. What are your values, emotions you want to experience in your mornings, and give yourself the permission to enjoy that all, because that will lead you to the next step, and you will start to see some small shifts, small changes, where you will understand if it's for you or not. Because as I said, moms have a tons of excuses, and I also understand because we are not the same. Like, we all moms are not the same. Our situations are different, different experiences and other things. So be aware that not everything is working for everyone. That's why you need to put some work in it. Like, I don't like to call it like a work, but give yourself a permission to have those 2 minutes to write down the list of those 3 things: what you don't want to have, what you want to have, what you enjoy, what are your values, and the third, give permission to enjoy that all. And I think that will give you some small shifts already, when you will see maybe the subject about the mornings are not so bad, because that's in the morning, you have done it, the morning is over, and you move forward with your day. So I hope you will try those 3 steps, and please let me know if they changed your day, how you look at your mornings, and I hope to see you back here so we can talk about what's next. So what's the next change? What's the next baby step to take to move forward? But for now, like, have an amazing weekend and talk to you next time. Bye!